I think the more and more this happens, I feel like a lot of us are getting more desensitized to mass shootings because it is so common and it keeps happening in this nation. So I definitely think, it's sad to say it, but was it going to take, like, how many more mass shootings do we have to have until we wake up and see, like, we definitely have a gun issue in this country?
First reaction was not again. And my second reaction was I have a friend who has a daughter that's out there.
Oh,
So
wow.
my immediate thoughts were to her.
It was such a terrible tragedy, and just so sad to see it, and it seems like after we just had Houston and just had everything going on in Florida, then to have to deal with this, America's definitely been through a lot.
I think the media plays into all of this. And people say, well, it's because the audience is asking for it. Well, it's sort of like watching a train wreck. You just can't stop but watching it. So I think we all play into it each other. I think it's too much information because I think it just feeds the dissension and the unhappiness and the unrest. But I don't know where the line is.
There's a fine balance. Sometimes it's based on what the family feels if they want to release that information. But I think that when it comes to things like this, people are interested in understanding what the thoughts were behind the shooter. But I think we also have to be aware of the victims and the families and how they're feeling, because it's a really tragic thing, So I think it's a fine balance between the both of them.
We have a right to know what happened and what's going on. I was watching the news this morning and saw, the brother of the shooter, and he was just as shocked as everybody else. So it's definitely tough.
I want the laws that are in place to be enforced.
Okay.
I don't think there needs to be stricter gun control. Just simply let's enforce what we have.
Okay.
Thoughts on stricter gun control laws? Like, I understand with the amendment, I believe it's at the Second Amendment, yes, with the Second Amendment, we have a right to bear arms, but I also think we need to look at who's getting a hold of those guns, and also realizing there's an illegal gun market going on where people are confiscating guns that shouldn't have them.
I truly believe that if someone wants, we have the right to bear arms, and I think that's a great thing to have in our country, but I think there should be regulations. People should be cleared, as far as psychiatric tests and all those things to go through that we know that, hey, are responsible with a gun and can handle having a gun.